Hello, my name is Creostix, and welcome back to Call of Cthulhu. And let's just enter Warehouse 36 after the long and arduous.
This place stinks.
Oh, good.
What
After
is the connection between this place and the Sarah Hawkins case?
I'm sure we'll get to enter a reconstruction scene. Hold both mouse buttons. Okay. Reconstruction sounds interesting, for one. I didn't know we had that here, but that sounds cool. Do I need to hold down the buttons? No, I can just be... okay, good. Check for medicine.
Who has enough money to buy painkillers, but stays in a place like this?
Well... Someone who doesn't want to be found, maybe? Are those all fish things? I sure hope so.
It smells as bad as it looks.
I'm sure. Ooh, that looks interesting.
Whoever hid it here seems to worship Sarah Hawkins. What just happened? Did I imagine?
What? Imagine what? I'm confused. Right. Well, let's just, psychology, sure.
What is this picture of Charles and Sarah Hawkins doing here?
I don't know. However, it's... So someone's been sleeping there. So, yeah, so I didn't pick up on it immediately how apparently that's a Sarah Hawkins painting, and I think that signature does look like the one that was on the first painting. Do I actually still have that somewhere? I don't think so. Oh, wait, there, that's a signature. So yeah, okay. So someone who makes very Lovecraftian pictures then. Good. Le Petit Parisien. The Small Parisian? Or something? I'll leave the reconstruction scene when I'm done looking at stuff.
The glass is shattered, like someone smashed it. Was it before or after the removal of these bandages?
If I would have to take a wild guess, I would think that it would be a crazy person smashing the... or a disappointed person smashing the mirror after taking off bandages because he was disappointed at what he or she saw behind the bandage. Like, ah, crap, or something. But then again, it could be the other way around, where smash the thing first and then patch him or herself up. What's you?
Can't sleep. I know how that feels.
I know how that feels as well. It's not fun. Okay, I think I'm good. Character point earned. Yay! New clue memorized. Can I just give me a quick read of that clue just to be officially unused since Charles Hawkins' death. This warehouse recently housed a clandestine resident. Signs of life attest to the fact. The presence of blood-stained bandages must also be noted, probably removed from a wound, as well as pills, painkillers, and sleeping pills. Moreover, the occupant seems to be obsessed with Sarah Hawkins, as attested by the presence of several documents connected to the artist's life, photograph, press cutting. But it is the discovery of a partly charred painting recognized by Officer Bradley as having come from the Hawkins mansion that allows all doubts to be lifted as to the link between the contents of this building and the Hawkins case. When did Officer Bradley identify the painting? Is Officer Bradley here with us now? How does isn't Bradley like the policeman outside or something in the docks? Not even outside the door of the warehouse or anything. Like how does? Huh. Okay. It almost looks like the clue sort of outsmarts the game in going a bit too far in explaining the clues, because we haven't told of any of this to Bradley yet, so... Because my name was Piers Morgan, not Bradley, I think, so... Okay, I don't see any more hotspots to interact with, so I'm assuming I'm probably done here? Okay, but let's open the door and see if we get a cutscene or something.
Someone has settled in here. And whoever it is has something to tell me about the Hawkins case.
Hello.
Is there anyone in there?
Hello, Bradley.
Don't move! You again.
Yes,
I
me.
told you to stay away from this warehouse.
Well... Yeah, threaten the police officer. That has to be the best course of action all day. Someone else is interested in Hawkins. The case is far from being wound up. Let's team up. Let's test my... I feel like I've failed every single test of every skill so far, but let's go for it.
It's clear that you knew the victims. I'm sorry to dig up bad memories.
I can still see the poor child lying burned on the floor of their drawing room. We had to tear him off. The marks must still be there. They're in my mind anyway.
Oh no.
It's horrendous. I'm going to need your experience to bring him justice, Officer Bradley. Can you explain what this painting is doing here?
This strange portrait. Wait, I know it.
Let me guess. It was in the Hawkins mansion.
Precisely. You can still see the burn marks. There's no doubt about it. I must admit that you seem fairly competent. But I can't allow you to stay here.
I've seen enough. It's the Hawkins mansion that interests me now.
Of course. You want to go back along his trail.
Right.
I'd like to understand how this painting made it to here. Come on. My car's parked down the way.
Someone took it.
Andrews, would you please shut the door? And open your eyes, damn it. This guy went right under your nose.
Well...
Damn it. Her again.
Hi, Cat. How's life? And I...
This case has nothing to do with you, Baker. Clear the passage or I'll shut you up for obstruction.
Officer Bradley, you've finally grown a pair. Too bad you're too fat to see them down there.
Why you?
I don't think he
Come on,
is.
keep the smile. You don't want to force me to widen it.
Okay, I get it. Can we go to the mansion now?
I thought I'd straightened you out, mister. I am disappointed, but we'll meet again.
Straightened what
Is
out?
it far, this mansion?
Like... I'm confused.
Look behind you, at the top of the ridge. You see the building?
Ah, there we are.
That's the Hawkins mansion. Come on, we got some driving to do.
Cool. But, like, yeah, so I do owe Kat a favor, but what does she mean, straightened me out? It's like, she didn't ask me to do anything. What do you mean that she thought, yeah, I had straightened you out? Well, I'm going to investigate the case I'm investigating. What's your problem? Chapter 3, Garden of the Hawkins Mansion. Pierce managed to get into the warehouse. The place, thought to be abandoned, revealed some surprises. Signs of recent occupation as well as a partly charred painting. Interrupted in his searching by Officer Bradley, Pierce convinced him to join his investigation. The police officer is willing to drive the detective to the Hawkins mansion. That is a cool old-timey car, I like it. Like an ancient Ford or whatever. It might not be a Ford, I just, you know... Wait, has his smile already been widened? There's a huge scar on the cheek there. Interesting. Yes, there's someone was maybe there. Good.
Well, here we are. Hawkins Mansion.
Cozy.
The place has been abandoned since the fire. There's only old Winchester in his hut.
Ooh, lots of stuff.
He's clearly not doing any gardening.
You know, Silas Winchester has been working for the Hawkins family as far back as I can remember. Charles was like a son to him. The day of the fire, he lost his whole family, so he's got nowhere to go. And, as you'll see, in a way he's still watching over them. Is there anything else you want to ask me? Or do you want to go up there?
I have a lot of questions. First off,
You're the one who looked after the Hawkins case.
Don't think I was trying to hide it. It's just that this discovery shakes my convictions.
That's why you're so keen to find out who removed the painting from the mansion.
Yes. If something escaped us, or if there's been a law enforcement error, then it's up to the police to make good its mistake. Anything else?
So I thought the mansion burnt in fire.
I see no scorched trees or fire damage on the building.
You're pretty damn observant, ain't you? The fire was quickly contained. Old Silas acted as soon as he could.
Not soon enough to save the Hawkins.
They were trapped in the drawing room. And don't go troubling Silas anymore. His guilt torments him enough as it is.
What do you mean
Are we
anymore?
gonna take a closer look at this mansion, or do you have other questions?
I always have questions.
I prefer to be prepared if there's going to be trouble.
It's a wise attitude. But apart from old Silas and some rotten floorboards, there's nothing to worry about.
Could he be a problem?
Strictly speaking, he ain't dangerous. But since the tragedy, he's been a little touched. Though he's a remarkably sturdy man, given his age. A true force of nature.
A sad old man doesn't worry me.
Gee, if you don't want to listen to my advice, we might as well go. Right?
You won't get me to believe that it looked any better 3 months ago.
It's a very old building, you know? Its foundations would probably date from the arrival of the first settlers.
It's got nothing to do with Charles Hawkins' debts.
Ha! You've already begun to nose around it, would seem.
I'm a
So,
detective.
since you already know it, the Hawkins family couldn't afford the upkeep of this house. It remains to be seen what they did with all their money. I wager it was Charles Hawkins' travels. Let's go up there. Unless you still have questions.
I think I'm pretty good now, yeah.
Night falls quickly here, and I want to be able to see when we arrive.
I'll
think-
go with you. If only to reassure Silas.
Right. Sure, come with me, fine,
Why not?
whatever.
You can help.
Right. Let's go.
Okay, but Mr. Detective, Mr. Person, I have a deduction for you. You mentioned that, you know, night falls quickly and I want to still be able to see. I think it's night already, and it's been night for some hours. It was night when we came into the harbor. Number of hours ago. That there is the moon behind some clouds. Mr. Detective, it's nighttime. I'm just saying. What's you? Can I occult check investigate the
Bradley was right. This place is much older than I imagined. But the architecture seems too recent.
1693. Not an expert on architecture of old houses, but 1693. I don't know. Do not know. Dude, can I have lantern? I'd love lantern. No. Did I imagine, or did I just see a? Okay, I might be going crazy. That's yeah. I probably haven't slept enough for some time, but I thought I saw like a kneeling person in front of the policeman there, but kneeling into the tombstones. But I think I just might be completely nuts. That's just me. Yes, let's just move on. Okay. What's with... There we go.
Charles Hawkins' grave. Who could have done this?
I told you. Silas Winchester is still watching over the Hawkins family.
I must say, it's pretty gloomy.
So, Detective, does this place inspire any thoughts?
That it's nighttime, yes.
Why were they buried here?
I was given to believe that it was Charles Hawkins' wish.
Strange idea. I imagine Webster wasn't too pleased.
Mrs. Hawkins' father? It's said that he's devastated.
Okay.
Let's go to the mansion.
Please give me a minute. I didn't expect to set foot back here after the burial.
I'm confused
What kind of deranged individual would defile this sanctuary and steal a burnt painting? I don't see Silas doing such a thing, let alone allowing it.
Right.
Even that broad baker is above that. Lord, have pity on this poor family.
Cool. So yeah, someone has crashed over the urns of the Charles grave, but well, you said we were going to the mansion, and now we're in the graveyard. Policeman, mister, I feel like you're being a touch inconsistent here. Are you a fish person? If you're a fish person, you have to tell me. It's in the law. I'm watching you.
The flowers on Sarah Hawkins' grave are fresh. The old caretaker must be very attached to her.
Fair enough. And I'm assuming I need to check the third grave as well.
Poor kid. Poor kid.
Why is there a hand symbol? I can't really do anything with it. Huh.
Poor kid.
Poor kid indeed. Okay, so let me just get this straight. You wanted to come with me into the mansion to keep Silas more calm, right? And then I said, yeah, okay. And then you promptly instead go to the graveyard of the mansion and stay here while I go up to meet Silas. Right. Sure. Okay then. Good. Great. I'm just gonna check if I missed like a turn to the right and see if there's anything here. I thought I saw a path of whatever. So what's this? Well, there's a balcony. Well, not a balcony, but like a I don't even know what to call an area like this, but a nice area nonetheless. Ah, that's a really cool lighthouse effect. I like it. That's lovely. That's a sight to behold. Ooh. But it seems like there's nothing to really investigate. Oh, wait. A small wooden whale. A figurine of a whale carved from wood. It's the sort of toy that sailors made for their children. Right. Okay. I don't know why, but I feel like I want to go check at the grave of the kid. Like, do I place the whale on the... Because it's bothering me how there's the hand symbol on the grave. Like, it feels like I should be able to interact with it somehow. I don't know, but, you know. Hi again, policeman officer. Don't worry about me.
Poor kid.
Ah, fine. Okay, now let's go upstairs, because nothing bad can ever be there, I'm sure. Ah, That's a lovely, cozy little place. I'm sure it's lovely in the spring, yes. Hmm. And not creepy at all. Right. I'm assuming I don't go to the front door. It looks a little...
I'll have to find another entrance.
No kidding. Or a crowbar. Or an axe. But, I thought I saw like a thing to interact with, but apparently no. It's just, you know, green whatever that doesn't do shit. Don't tell me that this was a thing like, oh, I can't go above this tree trunk or sorry, log, because it's just it's an impenetrable barrier. Sure, which you could just go over, but you know details. Okay, now let's try to keep an eye out for anything unusual. Right. The fallen leaves interact weirdly. How they sort of disappear into nothingness when I get close. It's like,
This entrance is still in use.
Oh, great. Oh, well, you made the choice then to go and try it instead of.
Whoa! Whoa!
Hello.
You are trying to force the door, you nosy prick.
Easy, sir. All right. Put down the axe.
Can I
You
actually?
know what we do with rubble like you? We gut them. Dump them into the ocean.
Like the family, maybe.
You're Mr. Winchester. Lower that axe. Let's talk calmly.
Can I actually borrow the axe? Like I
I'll
could.
show you how we have it out on Darkwater.
I'm sure. Can I have the axe? Because, well, okay. Strength checks are not my.
You stay here to honor the memory of the deceased.
That's true. I want no more violence. No more tragedy.
It's painful to be the last one left.
You don't know how right you are.
That's
Understood. I'm listening.
That's a turn
Police
you
report
took.
describes a domestic accident, but Stephen Webster has several reasons to believe that this may not be the case.
Webster is as stubborn as an old mule. And I did tell him that we should let the dead rest in peace.
He wants to restore the reputation of his daughter. I just need to see where the fire started.
No, I can't let you in. The mansion isn't safe.
That's why you barricaded the entrance.
That's right.
And this door?
It's locked. And I make sure it stays that way.
Where do you stay? You shouldn't really need this key. What? Let's check Sarah Hawkins was important to you.
You still put flowers on her grave. You cherish her memory.
Mrs. Hawkins was an exceptional person. She cared for everyone around her.
Let me shed a light on what happened to her. Give me that key.
I'm probably making a big mistake, but it won't be the first. Here, take the key and do what you have to do. Go on, then. Just to get rid of you.
Let's see what more I can learn from this mansion.
Couple of interesting points. One, that I can't actually choose every dialogue option every time, so I gotta be careful in what do I want to choose. Like, what's the one thing I absolutely want to say above all others, just to be sure. But second point, is it just me, or did it feel like that conversation was like a, you know, and a crazy axe murderer person, and I was just like, be calm, give me the key, and over. Like, okay, sure, right. That happened a bit too, like a clunk, and then just, oh, I'm calm now. Okay, fine, I'll give you the key. Like, wait, really? Your convictions are not really on a solid foundation, I find. I'll check the surroundings a bit before I go in, just because I want to be thorough, because I don't know if there's stuff to find. I mean, there already was that small whale statue?
This gate is locked.
Okay. Just checking. Man, that's a lot of... Oh, that's not a... Okay. I thought, like, is it a cave entrance? But apparently no. Okay, then. Oh, is this where you're staying, maybe? If it is, I would love to have a quick look around. Man, that's a long way down still from here, apparently. Ooh, there's something to check at least in some way. Hello?
I know a thing or two about solitude myself.
Well, you know a thing or two about whiskey. That's a different thing, I think. It's perfectly, like, if someone is you know, in solitude, kind of alone, not necessarily lonely, but alone, doesn't mean he or she has to drink whiskey or drink anything, really. That's a stereotype I do not approve of, mister. Okay. Why? Was I able to do that? And it's still bothering me how the hand symbol was on the grave of the kid. Like, it means I gotta be able to do something, but it doesn't let me do anything. It's... I love the views in this game, though. That's a striking image. Whoa, I like it. I really like it. Those rocks don't look very inviting, I just gotta say. Man. Whew. Chilling. I like it. I like it. I like the surroundings a lot. I do. The color palette seems exactly right for a Lovecraftian story. It's just everything feels dark and wet and cold and... I like it.
The poor wretch seems to spend the best part of his time isolated from the world.
And you assume that because he has a chair on his patio porch, whatever. Detective, have you ever heard of the phrase jumping to conclusions? If someone has a chair, I don't think that necessarily means he, quote, spends most of his time being isolated from the world. Like, I have a chair, I'm sitting on one. And I still don't do quite that, I think. Sure, locked.
Rather Spartan. The caretaker has simple tastes.
Oh, game saved. Really? Can I ask these about from the person and he will then hit me with the axe? Because I don't think I can get in. Quick check if I can go here. I can't. Okay. Huh, weird. A strange invisible wall to not go on that small area there, but fine then. Okay, now run back up, and I think I'm gonna get up there, and then I'm probably gonna call it an episode there because I'm running against the clock here. But ooh, so far I am liking it. A quick point though, I know extraordinarily little about this game. Like I didn't know about the investigation reconstruction scene thing. That was cool, but I've heard that this game has a couple or a few of stealth sections. I've heard that, and that worries me a bit. I'll be open-minded. I'll tackle everything this game throws at me with an open mind and with a hard try. But that worries me because so far my take is this game doesn't need a stealth section because this is an investigative horror experience, and I love it so far. Man, that looks... Ooh. But with that, I am all out of time for this episode, and I do hope you've enjoyed this. And if you have, please do drop a like or a comment, or even subscribe or share if you want to. It would really, really help. And thank you so much for watching, and I will see you again next time.